Hi, I'm Rob Carson, host of the Blue Team Warrior podcast, and very excited today to have Mr. Chris Anderson. Thank you, sir, for being here. So, first question, tell us about who you are and what do you do?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I've been looking forward to this. So I am oversee all of our IT operations. Been an IT ops manager for a while now, and oversee information security, desktop support, systems administration, all the things that it takes to run the business from an internal IT perspective.
Awesome, awesome. Well, cool. And how'd you get into security, or
So
how'd you get into that part of it?
I've been doing the IT operations for a long time. Right, started out on the service desk many years ago,
Mhm.
and moved up as I started to learn, more about the running technology inside of a business. Got more and more interested in the security side of things, and it was
Awesome.
just kind of, for me, it was a natural progression of getting from how do you build a technology piece to how do you make that technology piece secure and secure the entire business.
Yeah. Well, and with your help desk background in the beginning, you also learned how to not be a jerk to everybody. Uh, that's
I
awesome.
think I think half my promotions in my career came because I wasn't a jerk to somebody.
It's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, let's hear a Blue Team Warrior story. Tell me a cool story.
Sure. So once we had a situation where our CEO's PA reported to us that he was getting a lot of spam, and it was one of those things where at first it was kind of like easy to shrug off, right? We were like, maybe it's probably not such a big deal. After thinking on it for about 5 or 10 minutes, realized, you know what, something's going on that she's actually bringing this up, right? She obviously thought it was important. We got to look into it. So dove into it with her, found out that, yeah, the CEO was getting a lot of spam. And of course, it happened to be at a time when he was on vacation, 12
Mm.
hours ahead, and it was the middle of the night. So we couldn't reach him to figure out what was going on. As we're looking into it, right, it was obvious that he was getting spam bombed. And we started digging into what was going on with his account, realized that while he's on vacation and supposedly wasn't working, somebody had signed into his account. And so then we start thinking there's some kind of compromise going on with his account. Of course, CEO on vacation, right? Then we're on high alert, really digging into it. And it's super confused because he had MFA set up, he had his account recovery set up properly. We could tell that as far as everything was set up was concerned, he shouldn't have been possible. So while we're looking into this, trying to figure out what's going on, we find out that a similar thing is going on with our chief legal officer. So we bring him into the incident response team, and then find out that there was a targeted phishing attempt going on with our accounts payable team, and they were getting a fraudulent. Somebody was trying to work with them on a fraudulent invoice. And of course, they
Oh
were
wow.
right, spam bombing the CEO, trying to hide any potential emails coming to or from him. And so we were digging into it. We were all working on this. Unfortunately, we caught it about 5 minutes too late, and the money had gone out the door. And with wire transfers, it can be a little challenging sometimes to get that back. Luckily, because we were in the midst of response, we were able to work with the accounts payable team, reach out to our bank immediately, and we were able to successfully return that money.
Wow. That's really, you got it back.
We did, which was pretty rare. We kind of once it went out the door, we just we tried our best to get it back, but we had the assumption it might be gone. And of course, since it was on a Friday, we had to wait all weekend, right, to get a response on Monday.
Dang.
So we're sweating a little bit, but it actually came through. The timing was fast enough that we were able to get those funds reclaimed.
That's great. And that analyst had some training from you. Is that how did he know, or she? How did they know?
Yeah, I mean, we've spent a lot of time training our team, right, from tech support all the way through to all of our different teams on on when to respond to incidents, right? There's a lot of keywords that we have, look for
Yeah.
these certain types of things, and of course, any issues with the CEO is one of those
Yeah.
keywords.
When you got to train